My name is Chito Vela, and I am running for House District 46.
My name is Sheryl Cole, and I'm running for State House Representative, House District 46.
I'd say that my activism, my grassroots activism is what sets me apart.
I actually have a record of civic engagement.
I've been involved in politics and in public policy for decades now.
I have been on the board of Planned Parenthood for 8 years.
I was general counsel to a state representative for 4 years.
I was the one that stood up and argued for increased funding for police cameras.
Very vocal, very in the streets, very active organization. That's been my kind of personality. That's been what I have done. $209 votes.
I think it's important to recognize that we had a 22-year incumbent on the ballot.
I'm very proud of the race that we run.
And that there were several African Americans on the ballot. The community was somewhat split in that regard.
There's excitement, there's momentum, and I think we're going to be able to ride that into the runoff and come out victorious May 22nd.
There are very strong remaining issues over officer-involved shootings and civil rights.
We continue to see a disproportionate enforcement of criminal laws on black and brown people.
And I dealt with them before there was a Black Lives Matter, before there was a Ferguson.
You look at, education, you look at healthcare, those, the lack of resources in those areas fall very disproportionately on racial minorities. Housing affordability is the #1 concern of voters in the district.
Affordable housing is so needed.
The Central East Austin neighborhoods that have seen so much displacement of longtime residents.
And it is something that we have to fight for as part of our democratic values, because Republicans certainly are not doing that.
And I know my opponent was on city council for much of that time period when we saw the affordability crisis growing and growing.
When the city of Austin bonds failed, I was the one who led the effort and put together the coalition to bring them back.
The state has a role to play, and we should. The state has funded affordable housing, and again, we should look at increasing that. I believe we should legalize and tax marijuana and dedicate that tax revenue to public education.
I support legalizing marijuana.
I know that not everybody is comfortable with the idea.
Well, I support it simply because public education is so important, and finding a myriad of funds for it are important.
I would much rather tax marijuana than raise property taxes. It's such an honor and a privilege to serve in the Texas legislature. I can't really imagine not wanting to be there.
If there's anything, and there are many things that I do and have done, is I show up.
There are 2 men in the backyard dressed like ninjas.
Were those statesman reporters?
I don't know.
We're ready for the media ninjas.
I don't think my husband would stand for that.
I've always been a relatively open and transparent person.
I've served for 9 years, and I've had to deal with reporters during that time.
And I'm at events constantly. I talk to media, very casually.
They have a right to your public life and aspects of your private life that impact your public life.
I'm not afraid of the media ninjas.